The goal with this space will be a listening room. I mean, as you can see, we are painting. I am trying to get together some sound dampening, sound absorption panels. I've got old ones that I've pulled out of studios and stereo stores that have closed, and they've just been sitting in storage. I'm actually gonna recover them, but the frames and everything are there. And I need a lot more. This is a big space. I haven't had a place to really listen to stereo equipment in a while, you know, truly listen to it. It's so busy at the shop and it's so chaotic and noisy. Oh, I got this too. If anybody doesn't know what one of those are, that is a stair lift. The stairs here are crazy. I mean, they are pitched straight up, and I think there's like 20 stairs. So bringing in 80-pound speakers, 80-pound amplifiers, and walking them up and down there, no good. This takes care of that. It's just gonna live here. So I'll show you how it goes down as soon as Moo moves. Hey, Mo, move. So that's down. Kind of hold it when it's got weight on it, it'll just stay on the stairs. Then you push up. You know, we're gonna be bringing product in and out of here quite a bit. You know, at 52, you know, I'm not 20 years old anymore. So I'm hoping that's gonna save my back. It says it holds up to 800 pounds. I don't have anything anywhere near 800 pounds, but it should be able to handle 150-pound speakers or whatever. Got paint up, so I'm getting ready to start really filling this space. Got my first record storage rack built. We got another one that size and then 2 more 8s to go on top. And those will be, you know, like in this area behind the couch. Stereo is gonna go over there. Speakers will go up here in the front. Room treatments, man, do I have a lot of work to do with that. I got a couch coming next week. The stereo rack I'm actually going to build because, as a lot of you know, I've got a Pioneer SX1980 and a Sansui G9000. And if you've ever tried finding a 24-inch wide stereo shelf, it's impossible. So I'm going to make one, and I'm gonna use black pipe, you know, like gas pipe. Found a company that makes different lengths for the uprights for the shelving, and they'll be 8 feet wide and 20 inches deep. So I should be able to put quite a bit of equipment on it. And that's gonna go right here. I'm really stoked about this space though, because I've never had a listening room before, a real listening room. Yep, that's it. It's been busy at the shop. The Iowa State Fair is going on right now, so we're getting a lot of people from out of town. I got quite a bit done this morning. I've got these new panels here, these wood acoustic treatments. They're latticed or beveled. You can put your finger in them in between these wood pieces, and there's felt back there. I need to put new cloth on these. That's the bass trap, the corner bass trap, and I've got some cloth sitting here. I bought this when Joann's was going out of business, the one here locally. Got a ton of it. And I'm gonna do this panel here, and then I've got some more panels here, and this. So I picked this up at Target for 50 bucks. And my goal is to cut this rock wool insulation down into triangles, put those in here, and then I'm gonna take this weed control just to wrap it the first time. And then I've got some thicker black material right here. I got this from Parts Express a while ago. that is my objective for today. These are some old panels that I took out of a studio. It was called Audio Art, and during the floods of '93, they lost almost everything in there. It was really pretty tragic. But I ended up with some of the panels, and this stuff is nasty. So I'm just gonna rewrap it again, try and get some more use out of those. I got the record storage put up. My plan with this is I found some CD media storage that's almost the same width if I get 2 of them. And my worry is that somebody's gonna bump into it. And with all that weight of those records, I would hate for those things to fall over, because once they get loaded up with records, they're gonna be heavy. And so I'm hoping that that CD media storage, and I think it's got a 8-inch footprint, and I'm just gonna screw the 2 together. Unless somebody goes into it like a football player, I don't see it being an issue. I'm making some boards. They're actually out in the truck. They're like 3-inch spacers. These cubbies are a little bit too long for the records. So what happens is you try and get them level to the front, and they don't end up even. So I'm gonna put a 3-inch strip right here on all these cubes. That way you can just push the records in and they get flush. That's my goal there. And then, you know, this spot right here, I was thinking about getting like a high top table or something. And then I thought, wait a minute, I have a Fender Rhodes and a Janus speaker. That's gonna go right there, which will be super cool because it's been a long time since I've had that. It's been in storage, and I'd love to have a piano back here. I'm not good. I'm not good at all. I mean, I can fake my way through Home Sweet Home by Motley Crue, but that's about it. And Chopsticks, you know, dun, 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 that whole thing. Besides that, I'm not good. Anyway, it's coming together today. I'm supposed to be shooting a regular video today. And I'll be honest with you, my mind is not on videos right now. You know, I have been down here almost every single day. You know, whether I'm measuring for a couch, a piece of furniture, trying to figure out sound dampening, the equipment rack that's gonna go over there. But right now, my main goal is this big room right here. I wanna get the sound treatment up. I need to get the furniture in here. I'm gonna wrap these treatment panels, and then I'll probably be done for the day. Wish me luck. Last 2 days, really all we've been doing is getting some of these records put away. There's a lot of records to go through, organizing them, that type of thing. There's some more down here. I mean, the space is coming along, but on the flip side, I got the Fender Rhodes in here a couple days ago. Yeah, I haven't had time to tickle the ivory, if you know what I'm saying. Har. And then got started on this, which is the equipment rack. That's the base. I'm gonna try and get some more of that done. I bought all this piping, which is what's going, you know, in between as the uprights. And then the media cabinet, I got that put together. This is for CDs, cassettes, and reel-to-reels, but I haven't even tackled that yet. I want to get these records in really to see how much diffusing they're gonna do from the back wall, because then I can kind of figure out how much more, you know, acoustic panels I need to get. But yeah, it's kind of just a disaster area around here right now because I've got these bigger projects going. So I've got all my tools up here, you know, like the air compressor and all that crap sitting around. Oh, I did get these too. These they're made for countertops, like marble countertops, and they're made to support just an absolute ton of weight. My plan with these, I've already got one installed right there. And my goal with that is, it's more like you know, just a safety. All these panels right here, there's 4 cubicle panels and they're all screwed together. But I'm gonna put one of these on the 4 corners so that I guess if for some reason somebody decides to nose dive it into that record storage, it's not just gonna fall over. Yeah, as you can see, we still got quite a bit to go through. I think we are on the H's. It's fun. I actually really enjoy this part of it. you know, breaking out your collection and reorganizing it and figuring out what all you have. When you get a collection like this, a lot of times you forget. I'm finding some really cool stuff. I've gotten quite a bit done since the last time we talked, which was a week ago. Thomas and I went through, really Thomas did most of it, but got everything alphabetized. The sound, that record storage works as a really good diffuser. You know, if diffusion is based off of mass, that is one mass of wall, you know, and it's just absorbing a ton of rear reflections. I've still got a ways to go, but it's gotten so much better just in the last couple weeks. I did finish the rack last weekend. I'm not super excited about it. Those uprights, those pipes, they really are difficult. I would have done this completely different, but it's okay, it'll work. My intention was always to have all of this in my house. And talking to my wife, and when the space came available, I said, you know, this is better than it being in my house because I can share it. Even though we're not open to the public, this space is not open to the public. There's a lot more benefit to be had with it being separate from our house. I'm really happy with the progress we've made, and I think it's just gonna keep getting better, so. Another busy week. A lot of the stereo equipment put in place, getting the desk put together, the CDs I got up now, the cassettes. This area in here I haven't really done anything with. It's just been storage for tools and things like that. I did bring the Boston Acoustic A400s over this morning. I gotta start getting my speakers in here now. Still gotta hang all the artwork, but I want to wait for the rest of the room treatment to get done before I start hanging up artwork and putting in extra holes. I am sweating, Thomas is sweating. We have been moving speakers up this room for the last 2 days. And I figured I'd just show you. And this is most of my personal collection. There's still a few more that need to come over. Let me start over here. So 1230s, pretty sure, right there. The ADS. Got the Boston Acoustic A400s right there. L810s. I do not, are they 1500s? The Serwin Vegas, the big Serwin Vegas. L65s are Jubals. Got my Dynawaves up top here. I know I put them in a video before. These things are just so cool. Really interesting speaker. AR3As, 1003s, they're Braun. AS100s, Sansuis. Those things, they're in really bad shape, but they sound so good. These are a really, I don't know, you just never see them. They look like ARs, they sound like ARs. It's the only set of Sansui speakers I've ever liked. I don't even care that they're all beat up. I think it kind of adds to it a little bit. I'm not gonna sell them anyway, so it doesn't matter. And then the 910s down there. Tony is working on the last capacitor, or the last crossover network for the ADS 910s, and then be able to listen to those again. I still don't think it's gonna do anything as far as improving the sound. I just think I like the 810s better. There's not really much new as far as anything goes besides getting all this over here. Well, like everything else in my life, I always end up doing everything 3 times. But some things just, no matter how much you prepare, it's always different. And if you look over here right now, that is where my big stereo cabinet was that I built using the pipes. You know, all my stereo equipment essentially is all over the place because I'm getting ready to build it for the 3rd time. This will be number 3. I had a 2x4 framed bass, and this is all the piping right here for in between. The problem is loaded up with all those receivers and amplifiers. it just, it was still really cumbersome. And these pipes, I'll tell you, that is a nightmare. None of them are level, none of them are plumb. You can even see the base of that one. They're just off just a little bit. So getting them squared up is a problem. It's the third time, I think I figured it out. I figured out the trick, and I'm actually gonna cut this down in half. So it's gonna be 2 sections. It was 8 foot, those are the boards that were, the shelving. So I'm gonna cut those down in half. I'm gonna cut the 2x4 framing down in half. It wasn't bad. The second time I did it, I was able to get these a lot more straight and cohesive. It still wasn't right. I mean, you can even see this. I mean, you can see them. They all just kind of kick one way or the other. You see this? There's a lot of play. Even with this screwed down, there's play this way. And so it just makes it difficult, but I think I've got it this time. Just know that if you do decide to use this black pipe to make shelving or anything else, be prepared to get a little upset and maybe do your project a couple times. I'm gonna solve this time. Attempt number 3. Kind of in crunch mode. There's stuff everywhere. We're gonna do a dry run next weekend. We're gonna see how many people we can get in here and be comfortable, rotate people out of the listening area and this back room area. We're gonna go get the McIntosh, the big ones, this week. Just getting down to the details, kind of. I did get the rack rebuilt. So last week it was just 1 piece. Now it's 2, which is a lot better because when it was 1 rack, and I think a lot of these receivers and amplifiers, they're 80 pounds a piece. It was holding a lot of weight. Every time I moved it with all that equipment on it, it just felt like something was gonna go. So it's just better 2 pieces. I'm gonna hang these up, but I think I'm gonna put them like right here. Everything, sorry, there you go. I just think they're really cool. I picked these up at a Goodwill, I don't know, a couple bucks. And they're actually, it's a ceramic frame. And I'm not good at spotting art, but it does seem, I don't know, maybe it's a sticker. They're old, really cool. I've had this for a long time, but it's a Sansui sign. And I went to hang it and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna clean up that wood a little bit. So I took it apart. I'm gonna take it home and try and make it look a little better. I've got 1 week to get this done. Now it's always the little details, that kind of stuff. Well, the moment has arrived. Tonight is the first event. It's the family and friends trial run. We're gonna have maybe 15, 20 people up here. We've got some music picked out. I've got the big McIntosh speakers sitting here. That's the XRT20s and the XR19s. They don't look as big in this room. I'll see if I can get a bigger image of them. They usually just look huge. For music tonight, Beastie Boys, Sade, Ray Charles. I always have trouble with classical stuff. Leibowitz, Dire Straits, Pink Floyd, Steely Dan, and folk singer. So that's what we're gonna be playing tonight. This is the rest of the room. I finally started getting a little bit of attention in here. Got some more of these felt panels hung up. They were kind of cheap. They're really easy to mount, and I'm not looking for sound absorption back here. Mainly just a little bit of cutting the reflection, and it's helped quite a bit. It's still pretty lively back here, but not as bad. And then tonight we actually got pizza coming, but grab some wine, pretzels, candy. We got some beer down in the fridge, some peanuts and stuff like that. So yeah, I got the conference table a couple weeks ago. Conference tables are cheap right now. It looks like nobody's getting, together in in a room anymore and having conferences. So you need a conference table. I think I paid $50 for this one out of a lawyer's office, 10, 15 minutes away. You know, it's the rest of the media rack. There's downstairs. It's still really bright outside. That's what the room looks like at this point. I know it's really pretty dark in here. I'll turn it up so you guys can see a little bit better. There you go. But the McIntosh, I mean, I'm not saying they're not imposing sitting there, but in the other rooms I've had them set up in, usually you're like, what is that? And I don't quite get that same effect with them there, but they do sound amazing. Anyway, this is the space, the way it turned out. I'm really happy with it. It's a nice, I mean, it's cozy. Anyway, I am really excited to get this day done and over with. And so I can stop worrying about this space and actually get back to business and relaxing, because it's been time consuming, it really has, but I'm happy with it. So we'll definitely be making announcements when we'll be having public events up here. And I'm not sure when that's going to be. You know, it's hard to schedule something in November or December, even January, honestly, in Iowa. A couple manufacturers have reached out saying they would like to sponsor an event, which would be really cool. You know, maybe have a rep from those brands come here, talk about their product. We could do some A/Bing or just listening to a bunch of music. That's the goal. Tonight's just a dry run with people we know that, you know, we don't have to try and impress. And it was really awesome to see everybody's expression when they were able to hear those big McIntosh speakers in that room. We listened to so much music that night. Everybody had such a good time, got really good feedback on the room, how everything sounded. I couldn't be happier. If you like this video, you should definitely watch that one. It's fun, promise.